Good morning, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here again on a lovely Tuesday with some zesty news with Gary Gensler, the banks, cryptocurrency. All of that is covered for you. And if you are here, make sure you smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends so more people could get educated on the markets and what's going on in this crazy world that we live in. All with positivity and love, though. Speaking of love and positivity, thank you all for being here. I see you guys all in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you. So I will shout you guys out, but again, make sure we are sharing the stream out. We have a goal of 100 likes and 100 live viewers. Also, make sure to you guys check out Market Cipher. Link is in the live chat and in the description. Make sure to use missteencrypto or Zesty at checkout for 20% off. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. People were here early. Lord Michael McCade said Gary G is going down, LOL. Well, you guys could give your thoughts in the poll. That would be awesome. Oval Boar, nice to see you. Binu is here. Randy is here. Nice to see you guys. All Set Miner is here. Oh, wow. We got a lot of people. We got Peter. The bridge video and like the videos previous to the stream going live are just trailers. And then when I start the stream, I do a countdown. So I hope that helps. Emma, Randy, Alexandra G. Nice to see you, girl. Hope you're doing well. BBB is here. My bro. We got Raul in the chat. Nice to see you. War Player, nice to see you. Bulldog is here as well. Automatic Beats, what's up? Everyone's here. We got Frank saying chalky chips. We love chalky chip cookies, man. I love chalky chip cookies. Flatsmack said, Gary got wrecked. Do not fight crypto. Listen, man, I think he took this all personal, Flatsmack. I think he took it personal. Ricochet Rabbit, nice to see you. You said you have the coolest brownie recipe. If you have the coolest brownie recipe, I'm more than happy to see it. If you could comment after this stream is over, so after the stream is completely over and the live chat closes, drop it in the comments your recipe. I would love to check it out. Pretty please. What's up, Fred? Is that Freddy from TikTok? Is Fred W? Is that you, my friend? We got Steven over there. We got Crypto Music, Branko Savage. Oh, that's a very interesting statement you made there, Branko Savage. We got Texan 979. Such a zesty morning. Absolutely. All right. And we got the family. Thank you guys for coming again. Make sure you smash this like, share the stream out with friends. We're almost halfway to our goal already here on YouTube. So again, let's make sure we get 100 likes and 100 live viewers today. We are grinding away, continuing to build while a lot of people are taking naps. And we are not about the naps. We're about the zest. Let's get into it. All right. I want to talk about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, the markets, the charts. We have a few charts that are pretty zesty today. So we're just going to take a look. We're just going to take a gander at all of these things. And are you ready? If you're ready, I'm ready. Okay. I know you're ready. I know you're ready for the zest. Okay. We have Bitcoin this morning, a little bit in the green, up 0.69%, which is an interesting percentage. Up 0.69% at $26,085 today. We do have some red money flow continuing to get stronger, I guess you could say here. The current is getting stronger here with the red money flow over here, according to Market Cipher. The momentum seems to be building up, though. So, we've seen this point in the past where we kind of got around this level of momentum, and even the last time we shifted up. And then we just kind of, when that happened, we had a tiny bit of a pump, but then we kind of retraced back to where we are now. And momentum, last time we saw momentum really at this level previous to that was in March. And in March, we had a nice little swing up there. But again, it's not exactly the same. And that's just where we saw the momentum the last time. I mean, I hope that we could continue printing some green dots here. We could continue building up in terms of that money flow. We do see the VWAP, this little yellow wave right here, starting to peak just ever so slightly over the zero line. That's pretty interesting, despite the money flow being down. I guess it kind of makes sense while we're kind of peaking because we do have some green here on the candles. Thank gosh, guys. I hate seeing red. Now, again, we're still below the bottom of our range here. We were trading between $27,170 about and $28,430 about for a while, months on months. And now we are below that. We are sitting at $26,000 around 100. Hopefully we could continue on and have a green day. If you think we're going to turn around today, guys, and have a green day, drop a G. If you think we're going to have a red day like yesterday and barely have any movement, then drop an R. Green for green. R for red. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, your insights. It's important to me. It's important to me. Your opinion matters, my friends. I hope we could take a swing up and we could just make up for all of this crazy, dramatic things happening in the market and just swing back up. That would make me so happy. But again, there's really not much to talk about because again, it's very, very sleepy right now. The volume, as you guys can see, isn't really here. It reminds me of like when we were just sideways trading during nap time, and then we sideways traded again, and then we sideways trading again. So we just got to see again how this all turns out. I'm very interested to see what Bitcoin does next, because a lot of people got scared by this drawdown here. This candle here, guys, like, you have to expect this from Bitcoin does what is not expected. Now we're just again hanging here around this 26k level. We just broke above 26,100, so we're at $26,130 right now. So we just like went up like 0.2% while talking. So again, Bitcoin, if it wants to make a move, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see. I see you guys have some G's in there. Let me know. Drop some G's and R's. Let me know your thoughts in here. Let me know your thoughts. We can move on to Ethereum, because again, there's really not much for me to say. If you guys want to take a look at the weekly, I mean, we're starting off the week in the green, so at least that's something there, because the past 2 weeks we've been in the red, just slipping here. So hopefully on the weekly we can make a nice green candle and make some moves this week. I am hopeful for Bitcoin. I really am hopeful, because despite all of this drama, Bitcoin's still maintaining its value, still staying above 20k. You would think with these Binance lawsuits, Coinbase lawsuits, the biggest exchanges in the world, you think people would have a bigger reaction with Bitcoin, but honestly, it's not much. I'm not really shaking in my boots, because I realize that, of course, the banking crisis isn't over. We still have a lot of obstacles that we're facing. Gary Gensler said, can't we just all get along? Gary's in the chat. Bro, you're the one causing all this drama. Can you talk about, we're going to talk about a clip that I found of you yesterday, Gary. Really exposing yourself out there, Gary. You were actually talking about Ethereum and Litecoin in that video as well, which leads us into ETH. Man, we got ETH. $1,745 ETH. I wish the rebound could be stronger with ETH, but you know, everything's in due time. I'm not going to be greedy out here. We're up 0.15% for Ethereum. We took a dippity-doo the past few days with the money flow. We are in the red, so it seems like the meme token economy isn't enough to keep ETH in the green in terms of money flow. VWAP seems to be headed towards that zero line, which is okay. I'll vibe with that. We have some momentum building up. So I would like to see where this goes, how this ends up. If it maybe forms like an anchor wave, we have some trigger waves after that. That'll be zesty, very zesty. Now we could take a look at what has been going on here with ETH. We sideways traded for about to a few weeks, between around $1,700 Ethereum and $1,820 Ethereum, broke above that. We retraced, we tested that level a few times, hit around 1911 a few times, couldn't really break through that. And we kind of broke down on Saturday. And now we've just been really sideways for the past 3 days. I mean, look at these candles, guys. This is absolutely no price movement overall, basically, for the past 3 days. Now, I do think that maybe, I don't know, this wick can predict our future. And maybe we could go back to 1777. That would be really dope if we could close even above $1,800 Ethereum today. But that's just me shooting for the stars and being really hopeful. I'm always really hopeful for Ethereum, because Ethereum could make some moves if it wanted to. I feel like it has some room to run here, considering, again, it's just been sideways trading for so long. Now, again, it could, of course, rebound, but it could, of course, break below this part of our range here. Let me just extend those lines out. It could break below this point of 1700, and then we're stuck in this range again that we were sideways trading from January 14th all the way up until about March 17th. So it's pretty interesting. I want to really investigate Ethereum. I want to make sure I'm on top of this, because I really do think that Ethereum's been pretty spicy lately, and it's only a matter of time before, again, things really turn around. I really do think that, again, Ethereum's not stoppable. Bitcoin, Litecoin. I mean, Ethereum's a little bit more compliant in terms of centralization, OFAC, A, B, and C, but it is what it is. You know, it's opening the doors for DeFi. You can't really stop Ethereum. There's a few thoughts there. But we love Ethereum, we love Bitcoin, and we love Litecoin. Yay, Litecoin. Litecoin has the halving very soon, my friends. Very soon, the halving is coming through. I am very excited for the Litecoin halving. Again, decentralization, inflation schedules, all that good stuff. We do see some red money flow here in terms of Litecoin, which I'm a little surprised about. I'm not going to lie. A little surprised. But we do have the VWAP starting to head up towards that zero line. So if it breaks through confidently, that would be absolutely awesome. Thank you for the finger heart over there, Rosenman on TikTok. Appreciate it. We do have some momentum building up as well. Hopefully we could continue building up with this momentum on Litecoin. We do have just, again, a few days of sideways trading. We took around a 17% dip with this candle here the other day. I was in shock. Again, 17.19% was this one candle. It was pretty wild. So again, we do have some moves with Litecoin. I am hoping that we, again, stay above the $77 level. I'm very comfy above 85, but I do think that, again, Litecoin, it has that history of just making moves whenever it wants to make a move, even when Bitcoin isn't moving, Ethereum's not moving. Maybe they're in the red. Litecoin could go in the green. So it doesn't really follow, I guess the Bitcoin status quo. It kind of is very independent. Dr. Green Thumb, thank you for the 2 roses. So hopefully, again, we could rebound with Litecoin. I want to get back to $91 Litecoin, and because we were sideways trading here for a while, but it just seems, again, the $77 level, we don't want to get past it. We don't want to get past it. We had trouble in May, and then previous in March, and then before that, January, November, and then before that, it was May of 2022. But again, you can't be greedy. We had $40 Litecoin a year ago. Now we're at $77, so we're still doing all right. We're still doing okay. We're going to take a look at Doge as well. Doge is just above 6 cents. It's merged mine with Litecoin, so I always take a look at it. 0.34% in the green, but not much going on here at all with Doge, to be honest. The volume isn't there. Red money flow. Momentum is building up, though. VWAP is at that 0 line. Looks like it wants to peak, so that's very interesting to me. Again, Doge could kind of do its own thing as well because it has a smaller market cap, so it's easier for Doge to make moves. We could take a look at XRP too, because I know some friends on TikTok wanted me to look at XRP, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for the family. We have XRP here. I should have drawn lines on here before. I thought I did, but obviously maybe not. So we do have XRP. A lot of people are losing their noodles over XRP. It's up 0.82%. It's at around 53 cents, just under 53 cents right now, 52 cents. We do have some green money flow here. Momentum is building. Listen, this is kind of contrary to the rest of the market where XRP has kind of been going up. It wants to test this 54-cent range, and it kind of did today, actually, on this candle, and it actually had a wick high of 56.5 cents. So XRP is really trying to do this thing. We really aren't seeing that much trading today. We literally retraced everything, and now we're actually in the red for XRP. But it's very interesting to see that it really wants to test this 54-cent level, especially because this is something that has been tried for in March, and then we kind of saw a wick to that level, but not really a closure that high. We saw a 53-cent close, and this was all the way back in October of 2022, and then previous to that, it was kind of coming down from the bull market. So XRP is really trying for this 54-cent range. If you guys think XRP is going to be able to do it, make sure, I don't know, drop an X if you think XRP is really going to make this move and kind of break above 54 cents. Because again, this is what a lot of people have been watching. They're very, very into this right now. Very, very into XRP. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing this stream out with friends. Gary Gensler, what are your thoughts on XRP? Gary Gensler wants to work for me. What's happening in the chat? What's going on, Miguel? Oh gosh. Let's get the money collection. XRP $1 on Friday. Oh my God. Gary Gensler said XRIP. I'm dead. Gary, you asked if I'm hiring. Gary, I feel like I always have a place in my heart for you, to be honest. I told you, this is your safe space. And we know the truth about you, Gary. We really do know the truth about you. We know about your love for Algorand. We know about your love for Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We know it all, Gary. So why have you been lying about it? Why have you been lying about it? This is something I don't like to see from you, Gary. I expect the truth from you. Crypto Wizard, thank you for the good morning. I appreciate it. Harry Gensler is in the chat. No way. No way. Do we have Harry out here? No. No. Where's Harry? Where's Harry Gensler? I'm looking for him. Crimson, nice to see you. Lord of Cages is here. Patrick Murphy. Lazarus. What Where's Harry? The Biomex is here. Nice to see you, Biomex. You said I rock. You rock, fam. What? Thank you. Give us some cookies. How am I doing? Well, thank you for asking. I'm doing like pretty zesty, like I'm out here, just doing my thing, focusing on life, focusing on education, and focusing on spreading this adoption, because you know what? That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. And I'm here for every single one of you guys. Every single one of you. Now, we do have a lot of things going on with Gary Gensler, and I want to jump into it. We have Gary Gensler talking about a few things in the past, which I've showed you these clips before, but they're all short clips. So I'll just dip into them for a second. Let them play for you guys. You guys absorb Gary Gensler and his true feelings, which is going to lead up to the bill that we do see at the moment. Okay, here are some important clips from Gary. Here is the first one, where he's saying that 3/4 of the space are non-securities. They are cash cryptos.
We'll talk a lot about initial coin offerings and are they securities, are they not? But I would note, in terms of market value, probably 3/4 of this space has already been determined by the Securities and Exchange Commission not to be a security. Bitcoin's 54%. Ether's about, 15 points or something like that. We'll talk a lot about...
That was beautiful. Then what was next for Gary?
And in many other... So we already know in the U.S. and in many other jurisdictions that 3/4 of the market are not ICOs, or not what would be called securities. Even in the U.S., Canada, and Taiwan, the 3 jurisdictions that follow something similar to the Howey test that we've talked about, 3/4 of the market is non-securities. It's just a commodity, a cash crypto. So you'll hear debates about initial coin offerings and what's a security and what's not a security. Relevant and important debate. But for 3/4 of the market, it's not particularly relevant as a legal matter, as a regulatory matter. Brodus.
Next, we're on a Gary roll. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get to the new one, there was this one where he really loved Algorand. Hold on. This is one of my favorite ones, because now Algorand is a security.
Governance is tough. You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance. You could create Uber on top of it. The question is then, who would update the software? Governance is...
Algorand. Of all things, he loved Algo. And now Algo is suffering. Since Gary G's announcement. Look at this. Look at Algorand now. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes if you're worried about Gary Gensler and his two sides. Look at Algo, man. We were sideways trading between 19 cents and 23 cent Algo, and then Gary just wrecked them. Now look at Algo, sitting at around 11.5 cents. Haven't seen this level since, what is this? March 2020? And this is what Gary has done to the next Uber, where you could build Uber on top of Algorand. And now, this is what he's done. Obviously, you can see the past week with Algorand, past few weeks, just a downright, this is the weekly chart, my friends, a downright landslide. Literally, this is like the water park. This is Gary Gensler right there. Yeah. There we go. It's the water park, my friends. Just a literal slide. It was just like, oh, let me get on that. And then, shwa. And then the pool is obviously down here where we're at now. The water. There you go. So this is Gary Gensler. Please drop your thoughts in the chat. Let me know if this is what you wanted. You wanted Six Flags, the water park type thing. This is what it seems to me. So poor Algorand, but it is up 2% today. So I guess they're trying to rebound. Next, make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing the stream out. Oh no, it's Creighton. This is the new clip that is now circulating the internet, where Gary Gensler was again in 2018 at a Bloomberg conference in New York City talking about what is a security, and he specifically names 4.
Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those 4? They're not securities. Over 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those 4? They're not securities.
Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I bring up those 4? Because they are not securities and they make up 70% of the market. And that's what he wrote. That is what he wrote. But it's definitely not personal for him, because this is how he feels now about crypto. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes. I want to see 100 likes and 100 live viewers out here. If you're a member, make sure you're showing off those member emojis.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes, the public being left in line at the bankruptcy courts. We've seen this story before.
Hucksters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes. I feel like he really forgot about what happened with Silicon Valley Bank, where people were literally lining up outside for their money. Friends, this wasn't... Look how many people. Look how many pictures. You could literally go Google it. People outside Silicon Valley Bank wondering if they were going to get their money back. These weren't the rich VCs that they said were at that bank just trying to make it like it was all rich people there. Like, no, these are everyday people with literal lounge chairs. Like, it's Black Friday. Like, they're trying to get a new TV at Best Buy, but they're just trying to get their money back from the bank. So are people waiting outside the bankruptcy court for all of these exchanges that Gary Gensler forced to go under because of his strict regulations? Or should he have been paying attention to SVB executives that cashed out over $2 million right before the collapse? And how the biggest Israeli banks cashed out over $1 billion from Silicon Valley Bank before it collapsed? Where was the protection there? Why wasn't that prevented? And that's something that they control. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm blind to what's happening. This all brings us to hashtag fire Gary Gensler. If you have not seen, hashtag fire Gary Gensler has taken over the Twitter.com, is now trending. This is all because of Warren Davidson and the icon Tom Emmer that are bringing forward a new act called the SEC Stabilization Act, and this will restructure the SEC and fire Gary Gensler. They want to call for protection of the consumers, which is obviously something that we haven't been seeing, again, because of Silicon Valley Bank, all those people standing outside for their money, when that was something that could have been prevented. Executives cashing out $2 million right before the collapse. The biggest Israeli banks cashing out over $1 billion before the bank collapsed. Obviously, they knew something that these people didn't. It was everyday people that were standing outside Silicon Valley Bank, not just the rich people that they said were there. Now, we need people that will actually watch out for the consumers and protect us. Eliminating crypto won't protect us. Actually, promoting stablecoins and cryptocurrency and borderless payments could actually make the dollar dominance even stronger to give people more accessibility to the dollar that maybe they didn't have before. Again, this brings us back to Warren Davidson and Tom Emmer. Warren Davidson put out a tweet and said, "Today I filed the SEC Stabilization Act to restructure the SEC and hashtag fire Gary Gensler. U.S. capital markets must be protected from a tyrannical chairman, including the current one. It's time for real reform and to fire Gary Gensler as the chairman of the SEC." He said, U.S. capital markets must be protected from a tyrannical chairman, including the current one. That's why I'm introducing legislation to fix the ongoing abuse of power and ensure protection that is in the best interest of the market for years to come. It's time for real reform and to fire Gary Gensler as chair of the SEC. At Tom Emmer joins me on this critical fight to protect our markets. Quote, American investors and industry deserve clear and consistent oversight, not political gamesmanship. The SEC Stabilization Act will make common sense changes that ensure that the SEC's priorities are with the investors they are charged to protect and not the whims of its reckless chair. He then explains what the Stabilization Act does. It fires Gary Gensler and corrects all rulemaking, enforcement, and investigations conducted by 6 commissions. This creates ED role for day-to-day operations. And he said, thank you for Tom Emmer for helping lead this legislation. So again, the old structure just has Gary Gensler and all these commissioners basically that he just talks down to, they report back to him. But now they want to have a new structure where there's commissioners, I guess, on the red and the blue side that report to one executive director. But my thing is it this going to be politically skewed where they're going to have to vote and there'll be like 4 reds against 3 blues or 4 blues against 3 reds? To me, again, I think this should be a bipartisan issue. I think our fiat system, I think our financial system should not be based on political views. I think it should be pretty bipartisan, considering that everyone should care equally and want to maintain the freedom and liberty that they have now. That would only make sense to me. But again, who am I? So we do have this new SEC Stabilization Act. I think it's definitely a lot better to have some differing opinions coming together and voting to one person rather than Gary Gensler basically just being, a king over 4 commissioners that just will do whatever, and he will just say yes or no. At least we'll have some new structure, remove Gary Gensler as the chairman of the SEC. So if you guys think that Gary Gensler will get fired, drop an F in the chat. If you think he's not going to get fired, drop an N. F for fired and N for no. Gary thinks he is supreme leader. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. He does think that he could do whatever he wants. If you look back to the Binance case where Binance actually had to bring up what Gary Gensler has done with them in the past. Now, Gary Gensler met with CZ Binance in March of 2019 asking to be an advisor for Binance. Didn't really come through, but Gary Gensler was actually giving CZ Binance insider information where Gary Gensler was going to actually be in front of the House Financial Committee. And within that context, he said he wasn't an advisor. He has no investments in cryptocurrency. It has nothing to do with blockchain. Yet he was in talks with CZ Binance and gave CZ Binance his talk before he even did it. So again, Gary Gensler has always had these backdoor conversations. He had backdoor conversations with FTX, which is why maybe he's overcompensating for Coinbase and Binance, because he doesn't want it to be brought up that he met up with SBF multiple times. And he wanted FTX to back him on this new federally regulated exchange called IEX Exchange. Again, FTX fell through. SBF is now one of the biggest fraudsters in history. Still, FTX was not sued. FTT was never declared a security. And SBF is still not behind the bars. Where is this really going? Again, Gary Gensler might get fired. And this is why we need Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. We don't have to deal with any of this, and we could be our own bank and take back control of the money. That's what people have to understand. If we have control of the money, we have control over the world. And that's what's happening right now with the central banks and the powers that be, is that they're in control of the money. They're in control of the money printers, which then have control over us. Because if we're working our whole lives to accumulate this fiat and they're just printing however much they want, then it devalues what we worked for. And we're the ones paying the price for it, not them. So again, Bitcoin cryptocurrency, we know Bitcoin has a halving schedule every 4 years and a finite supply of 21 million Bitcoin that you own, and you get to choose when, where, and how you spend it. Bacon, eggs, and hash. That actually makes a lot of sense. His buddy SPF got arrested and put a wrinkle in his plan. I mean, listen, he had to know that was going to happen. Obviously, it was covered up pretty nicely. They let him hang out in the Bahamas, and they brought him home, and now he got to sit on house arrest. No one's really watching him. He says he's not allowed, SPF isn't allowed to use his computer, yet he has his parents there that their phones aren't being monitored. So is he really under house arrest? Is he really following his parole where he's not allowed to play League of Legends and use VPNs? We don't know that. We don't know the answer to that. He's also not supposed to communicate with other people, especially ex-FTX employees. Do we know that he's not really doing that? We don't know. We really don't. Ooh, sheesh, we have 90 viewers and 99 likes. Guys, I'm waiting for 100 likes and 100 live viewers. Come on. Creighton, you're bullish? You better be, Creighton, or else we're going to have issues. Bullish Bradley, nice to see you. He's being replaced. Oh, Learning is here. Alexandra G said Learning. And I was like, oh, where's Learning? There they are. Nice to see you. Hi, Crypto Surfer, Door Gunner, Olive. I think Gary's a Bitcoin maxi, so everything else doesn't matter to him. Why is nobody considering this? Well, I don't think he's a maxi because of these clips. Olive, I don't know if you were here. This doesn't make me feel like Gary's a maxi. This doesn't tell me maxi vibes.
70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Why did I name those four? They're not securities.
That does not give me maxi vibes. This also does not give me maxi vibes. In fact, he pretty much seemed pretty infatuated by this.
Governance is tough. You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia Macaulay's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance. You could create Uber on top of it.
I hear you, but he's attacking everything else, so I don't know. I don't think, like, Gary's personal opinion, I think he very much enjoys cryptocurrency. I just think he's not maybe allowed to like cryptocurrency. I don't know, like, I don't want to put on a tinfoil hat, but at the same time, the Gary Gensler that you see today and the things that he says today does not line up with what he said previous to being chairman of the SEC. He wanted to work for Binance. If he was a maxi, he would not go for Binance. He would go for something like, I don't know, I don't even know if Strike was around yet in 2019, but I feel like he would go to something that was Bitcoin only if he was really a maxi. And I feel like he would have said that before that he was a maxi. John Legend, nice to see you. Dave Digital, nice to see you. Gary Gensler's putting the shush emoji. Don't shush me. Don't shush me. Imagine. Fred, nice to see you. Amp50, what's up? B-Team Crypto, MetaMask, 200 likes, let's go. I support you in that endeavor. Let's get 100 live viewers and 200 likes. We're almost there. We have 96 live viewers. Daniel Perez, my first stream, but I'll be a regular from now on. Nice to see you, Daniel. Well, welcome. I'm more than happy to have you, bro. More than happy to have you. I'm here for you. Creighton says, smash the like for Cookie. She giving you the crisp. Yeah, but I'm not giving you any raisins in yours. No raisins in yours. Retro Mike, you've been so quiet, bro. You've been so quiet, Retro Mike. Are you good? Logan89, sup, Miss Teen, preach the good word. Always, bro. Always. John S., very sad. These are elected officials to represent us. Hopefully Gensler goes. I could side with that. Flash Cadillac, what's up? Eric, nice to see ya. I hope I got everyone. Will, nice to see you. Geek of all trades, I missed you. Nice to see you. Ian F, Bullish Morale, Stephen G, Ivan Hernandez, Crypto Michael, SpongeBob. Hi, said hello, love from the Philippines. Much love from NYC. Thank you for coming. I love our global community. John Foster's here. I don't know if I said hi to you yet. Mountain Climber, Joshua is here, Rick is here, David Brumblebee out here, Whoa, King Peasant. We got the gang, absolutely. Flashback, freeze Gary's accountant and audit him. Listen, man, we're waiting for some clarity out here because, again, he met with SBF, but no one's talking about it. Danny, yes, good news. Some good news indeed. Some good news indeed. What's up, Marky Mark? It's been a minute. And Mark Sanji, nice to see you. Everyone, say hello if you haven't said hello yet. And if you guys want to become a member and get those zesty emojis that you see in chat, make sure you click that link right there. If you are a member, make sure you show off those member emojis. Show off those member emojis. Show your SpongeBob, your Doge, everything out there. Everything. We're going to continue going with the news. Following all of these crazy things going on. Oh, thank you, Kusi? I don't know if I said your name right, but thank you for the rose. Following Gary Gensler's ridiculous regulations and making it near impossible for people to freaking function in this country, eToro US has unfortunately had to maybe delist some coins. Let me give you the news. Let me give you the scoop. eToro has a framework in place which reviews crypto assets we offer in the light of a rapidly evolving regulatory landscape. Due to recent developments, we'll be making some changes to our crypto offerings for the U.S. customers. From 6 a.m. on Wednesday, July 12th, 2023, Wednesday, July 12th. So we have less than a month, my friends. U.S. customers will no longer be able to open new positions in Algo, Decentraland Mana, Dash, and Polygon Matic. Customers will be able to hold and sell existing positions in these coins. We remain a supporter of crypto assets and believe in the importance of offering our users access to a diversified range of crypto asset classes, which includes stocks, ETFs, and options. We are committed to working closely with regulators around the world to shape the future of the crypto industry and champion access for the ordinary investor. Please note that these changes only apply to U.S. customers. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our customer services team. So again, they're delisting Algo, Mana, Dash, and Matic. So again, if you guys are on eToro US, please remove your funds before the next month. Do it ASAP. You should never have your crypto on an exchange anyway. But at least eToro is letting you know. Binance US also had to let people know the other day and say that they actually are delisting some coins. They delisted a ton of pairs of Binance US. But they also let you know that their banking partners have or maybe will shut down their account. So if you guys did not see, Binance US said the SEC has been so aggressive. As a result, we are suspending USD deposits and notifying customers that our bank partners are preparing to pause USD withdrawal channels as early as June 13th. So again, today, they might be halting dollar withdrawal. So if you guys have not, please go check Binance US right now. They are enlisting all-star lawyers as it preps for a government showdown because, again, in this tweet, they said, we will remain productive and compromise. They'll be open to a productive compromise that enables a thriving digital asset marketplace in America, and they'll continue to vigorously defend themselves, their customers, and an industry against the meritless attacks of the SEC. Again, now they're recruiting all these lawyers in order to help them out. In a filing on Monday, George Canelos, a partner at Milbank's New York office, declared himself as counsel for both BAM Trading and Management. This is the back of Binance, the back end of Binance. He worked at the SEC and co-director of its enforcement division from 2009 until 2014. So this is an ex-SEC member right here that is helping Binance US in their case. He was part of the investigations that led to a $570 million in sanctions in connection with misleading investors about residential mortgage-backed securities against JP Morgan Securities, Credit Suisse Securities, RBS Securities, and Bank of America following the 2008 financial crisis. According to his biography page on the website, he also represented multiple executives and companies in SEC cases. In 2014, New York Times Dealbook quotes a former Commodity Futures Trading Commission chief, David Meister, praising him, saying that Canelos was extremely well thought of in the regulatory community. And of course, last week, they sued CZ Binance, and now Canelos is helping take over. Again, he worked at the SEC as co-director of its enforcement division from 2009 until 2014. Those are critical years. 2009 from 2014 is covered right after people were recovering from the whole crisis in 2008, the banking crisis, everything that happened in 2008, which is why, again, Bitcoin was created, because of everything that happened in 2008. We're going to see how this works out. I am very excited to see how Binance actually works out with this case, because they've tried so many things to actually help the US market by actually trying to acquire Voyager, but they didn't let that happen either. We could stick on the exchange train. I don't know. Should we go on the exchange train? Should we go to the hot news on China? I think we'll do that. We'll do the hot news first. We'll do the hot news. We have over 100 people watching. We have over 120 likes. Let's get 150 people watching and 200 likes. Is that too needy? Make sure you guys smash these likes, share this stream out with friends. Ooh, I want cannolis. Yes, Matt. Yeah. Almost impossible for the SEC to lose. It's a civil case in a more friendly New York court. It's the SEC, all these people, they just like rule however they want. We're lucky if we get any sort of win. Marky Mark says expired. Now I can't find where to join up again. Time to see why. What were you trying to join, Marky Mark? Oh, Dave Digital. Stop the madness. Okay. Hong Kong has been stepping into the crypto space for a long time. Now, again, I will show you guys in a few minutes why this is not new and why I am not surprised. I am not surprised. First, the Bank of China messing with the ETH blockchain. Crypto Wolf, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. Bank of China going off with crypto. The Bank of China issued a $28 million in digital structured notes on the Ethereum blockchain. $28 million. Check it out. On June 12th, Bank of China's investment bank subsidiary BOCI announced the issuance of 200 million Chinese yuan, which is worth $28 million, of digital structured notes minted on the Ethereum blockchain. This move makes BOCI the first Chinese financial institution to issue a tokenized security in Hong Kong. Investment banking company UBS helped originate the product for placement to its client in the Asia-Pacific region. Yang Wang, the deputy CEO of BOCI, commented, "We're working together with UBS. We are driving the simplification of digital assets markets for products customers in the Asia-Pacific through the development of blockchain-based digital structured products designed specifically for customers in Asia-Pacific." Simultaneous to the development, they've been expanding UBS, the tokenization across structured products, fixed income, and repo financing. They issued a $50 million tokenized fixed rate note in November 2022 under English and Swiss law, digitized on a permissioned blockchain. Again, private blockchains coming into play. Cointelegraph previously reported that Hong Kong opened crypto exchange access for retail investors on June 1st. Roughly 2 weeks later, Joseph Chan Ho Lim, Undersecretary for Financial Services and the Treasury for the Government of Hong Kong, stated that Special Administrative Region is actively participating in the blockchain industry and aims to establish a framework for stablecoin regulation. On February 16th, Hong Kong issued a $800 million green bond tokenized on the Goldman Sachs tokenization protocol with an annual yield of 4.05%. In 2022, they introduced 2 exchange-traded funds for crypto futures, raising $70 million before their launch. Again, Hong Kong, China, they've been in this for so long, using tokenized bonds on Goldman Sachs tokenization protocol, which nobody talks about. Nobody talks about China's so in crypto. They're like all in on this. So they just issued a $28 million worth of digital structured notes on Ethereum's blockchain and partners with UBS. They are aiming for stablecoin regulation by 2024. This comes after the regulation started in 2022, where they said they had a list of 8 questions to seek policy-related recommendations and cited 5 possible outcomes: no action, opt-in regime, risk-based regime, catch-all regime, and blanket ban. A year later, the regulatory discussions outright prohibited the incorporation of algorithmic stablecoins. With the completion of the consultation phase, they'll be focusing on areas such as issuance, governance, and stabilization. Hong Kong, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Because they are cracking down on our weaknesses and always stablecoins, CBDCs, and inviting all of these exchanges to come participate. They even invited a specific exchange. Who, do you ask? Hong Kong lawmaker invited Coinbase to apply to operate in the region amid the US SEC crackdown because they know they will take our weaknesses. Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission, the SFC, began accepting applications on June 1st. They register under the license and they'll be able to serve retail customers, but we don't know how far that's going to go because it's China. I hereby offer an invitation to welcome all global virtual asset trading operators, including Coinbase, to come to Hong Kong for application of official trading platforms and further development plans, says Hong Kong's Legislative Council member in a tweet from Saturday. So literally a Hong Kong legislator is saying, Coinbase, you grew up in the US, you came from the US, now come to China. Why am I ultra concerned about China? 1, because it's China. And 2, because their digital yuan is already in the works, already being dispersed. They connect to your SIM card. They control your life and they could expire. So all of this comes into play. Because it really gets fishy where you look at the government website for Hong Kong. And I know I've shown this so many times, but I will always continue to show it because some people don't know. Hong Kong. Look at their website, hkma.gov.hk. Wholesale CBDC, they've been working since 2017 on Project Lion Rock. This was proof of concept. 2018, they invited the Bank of Thailand. Then you could fast forward to 2020, 2021, where they had Project Ithenon Lion Rock in 2020 with the joining of Digital Currency Institute of the People's Bank of China and the Central Bank of the United Arab Emirates in February 2021, and with the strong support for the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub Center in Hong Kong. And they renamed it to the M-Bridge, the multiple CBDC bridge. All for cross-border transactions. But we already have distributed ledger technology. We already have something for cross-border payments. Bitcoin. Guys, China, they're opening the doors. They're trying to take in what we are giving away. And we cannot let this happen. And you know where it all falls back to? Gary Gensler. Because Gary Gensler is pushing Coinbase out of the US, where they originated here, was one of the top exchanges, one of the only exchanges I could use in New York. And now they were going to Bermuda for all of these different things that they could do there. And now China themselves are tweeting, please, Coinbase, come to China. This is insane. This is actually insane. Please take note of how strong this movement in China is to bring in cryptocurrency, but also be very cautious because they have known about distributed ledger technology. They've been experimenting since 2017, so they say. We don't know if it was earlier than that. And 2017 is so early. Think about the price of Bitcoin in 2017. It was very low, ran up to 20K, and then came back down after that, but that didn't stop China from doing their research with other countries. Please take note and please be careful. Sheesh indeed. All of you guys are dropping the sheeshes. Sheesh indeed. Guys, do you think there should be a sheesh emoji? Like I should somehow make a sheesh emoji? Ooh. That would be so amazing. Okay. We need a sheesh. We need a sheesh, but how many more members do I need? I gotta look into that because I want to add a sheesh emoji very, very badly. Very, very badly. Guys, let's get 150 likes. We're only 16 away. It would be absolutely amazing if we could get some of that love out here. Some of that love. So again, China is very scary, friends. Make sure you guys are saying sheesh coin. Guys, do not put out sheesh coin. Do not do that. I'm not behind sheesh coin. Make sure you guys are making those likes, you're subscribing, everything like that. I'm looking in the back part of YouTube to see how many, if I can make a new emoji. It says 19 more. Are you serious? 19 members? Oh, I'm over it. Bye, YouTube. 19 members. Goodbye. One day I will add a sheesh emoji for you guys. I want to talk about exchanges right now because we're on the exchange train talking about China XRP, China with UBS, China teaming up wanting to bring Coinbase into the mix, the SEC firing on Coinbase, firing on Binance, so many things happening here. Of course, we mentioned Gary Gensler's relationship with Sam Bankman-Fried, his relationship with FTX, which FTT was never called out to be a security. FTX was never called out for selling unregistered securities. They were even trading on there. A lot of people were actively trading on there. What's happening with SBF now, you ask? Well, I will fill you in. Sam Bankman-Fried's Bahamas litigation may take months or years, his counsel says. Look at this, all full of lies and deception, his hair. Lies and deception, and maybe the private keys of everyone's Bitcoin and crypto that was hacked from FTX. Fraud proceedings against SBF could be delayed by months or years if charges are added, potentially running past a planned October trial date. This is so funny, man. So funny. Bankman-Fried is currently on bail after being arrested in December and extradited from the Bahamas in the collapse of his crypto empire, FTX. His lawyers argue that the charges added by the Department of Justice after his extradition may breach the treaty that the U.S. has with the Bahamas, and that he has the right to contest any attempt to add them in overseas courts. He's currently challenging the government's new application for consent in the Bahamas, as is his right, and such proceedings may well take many months, even years to be litigated. So again, they're basically preparing you for SBF not getting any repercussions and him just saying, oh, we're going to sit home forever until he figures out when his case is over. The defense case has been emboldened by the Supreme Court, which narrowed down the scope of federal fraud laws in May involving bidding for state contracts. This and other case law weakens the arguments that Sam Bankman-Fried defrauded a bank and those lending money to his hedge fund Alameda, who could in principle still get their money back as his firm was wound up. The Alameda lenders were not deprived of their contractual rights and collect the existing loans by Bankman-Fried's actions. We understand that Alameda lenders are vigorously asserting their rights in the FTX bankruptcy proceedings. What is the problem here, bro? FTX could drag out for years, could drag out for this much. Just prepare, because maybe there are no answers and maybe he just sits home and plays League of Legends for the rest of his life. Marky Mark, you became a Zesty friend? Oh, Marky Mark. Oh, Marky Mark. Thank you. Not only just a friend, but a Zesty friend. Oh my gosh, beautiful. Guys, welcome Marky Mark to the Zesty fam. Please drop a member emojis. Drop your member emojis. Guys, we hit 150 likes. Let's get 200 likes today, guys. Hold my potato. I like potatoes. You've been a Zesty friend. You had to renew. Good thing you renewed. Good thing you renewed. When they arrested SBF, he asked them to wait until he finished his video game. True fact. Dude, if you were on Twitter Spaces, all you heard was his computer. There was nothing going on there. He was just like, And they were like, are you playing video games right now? On Twitter Spaces, they asked him, are you playing video games? I'll never forget it. And he goes, yeah. As people are asking, where's my money? I have no money. He's like, oh yeah, I'm playing video games right now. What? Richie Rothschild? Are you really a Rothschild? Boom to you. MB Global, SBF is your hero. Okay, I'm just joking. Cash in and cash out. It's bloods and bodies in the streets. Absolutely. MetaMask, Sam Con Kid, Bankman-Fried. Yeah, he's not a cool kid. He's a con kid. For sure. All right, let's get 200 likes, my friends. We're over 150. We have 95 people watching. Let's get the hype out here. Let's get the hype. Now, BlockFi, if you guys are BlockFi members, take a gander. They could be set to open customer withdrawals by the summer. In an email sent on Monday, customers that were informed that BlockFi received court approval on May 17th to update their UI. This is necessary to make it easier for clients to withdraw their funds. The digital assets contained within the custodial wallets, as the platform pauses, do not belong to BlockFi. So BlockFi needs to build new product functionality to make changes to the platform in order to process the withdrawals. They anticipate that the network and necessary testing will be completed by the summer. So they want to implement batch withdrawals. So it has to start allowing withdrawals from BlockFi wallet accounts for assets that are not at risk of potential preference claims or demands made by specific creditors who seek to be repaid before others. The withdrawals will be processed in batches, and they can expect to receive an email as soon as they become eligible. During this time, they're encouraged to set up an external wallet, which will be necessary to have a withdrawal from BlockFi. I hope you guys get your money back from BlockFi. I hope you get something. People are making up names in my chat. Yeah, listen, man. People could be who they want to be on the internet. We have Gary Gensler. We got a lot of important individuals in the chat. You are correct. For the XRP kids, for the ripples. The reason why the price could have jumped could have been contributed to the Hinman speech as the Ripple Labs was getting at it. Hinman suggested in his 2018 speech that Bitcoin and ETH were not securities in his view. XRP price jumped 7.5% because the traders likely bet on a favorable outcome for payments company Ripple Labs and the ongoing lawsuit. The gains come after the documents tied to William Hinman, the former director of the SEC Division of Corporation Finance from 2017 to 2020, were released to the public in connection with the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple Labs. Hinman suggested in 2018 that Bitcoin and ETH were not securities in his view. We do not need to regulate Ether as it's a security, as it's currently offered as a security. One of the Hinman emails read. Ripple Labs claims Hinman remarks at the time mean XRP should not be considered a security, which could result in a favorable outcome for the payments firm. Now again, algo wrecked. XRP not wrecked. We could see what it's doing right now. We could check in. But basically, this guy said Bitcoin and ETH shouldn't be a security, so neither should XRP. They're saying so neither should XRP. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that really relates, but at the same time, I'm not rooting for them to be ruled as a security. I think, it is what it is. All of this stuff can't really be applied to laws that were written 100 years ago before even freaking phones were a thing. So it is what it is. But we do have almost 53 cent XRP. We had a wick high of 56 cents, just like over half of 56 cents. So we're going to see where that goes. Oh gosh, what are you guys talking about, these beaches? I guess I'm not using Lightning Network. Listen, SpongeBob out here. I use Lightning Network. I'm a proponent of Lightning Network. I am a fan of it. Because listen, you go to El Salvador, it's legal tender. What are you really using out there? You're using Lightning. The thing is, nodes could get expensive to run. The fees could even go up on Lightning Network. And then what if we really hit mass adoption? Will Bitcoin be able to scale? Will people really want to take all their, I just don't know if people are going to be spending their Bitcoin as much, which really brings me to things like Litecoin, where Litecoin is what created Lightning Network. That's where it came from. And you could just use it. And you don't have to worry about Lightning Network because it's actually able to scale. That's my thing. I just think people might want to hodl their Bitcoin and spend something else in the future. But of course, I'm aware of Lightning Network. Of course, I've used it multiple times. I give away Satoshis in my Telegram chat using Lightning Network. So 100%, I've used it. I'm a big proponent of it. I've been using it for probably more than most people. I've been using Lightning Network since I got on crypto Twitter, through tipping bots, through all of these things. So I've been using Lightning Network for years. So don't even try me on that one. Don't even try me. I've used all of this tech before most people did, which is crazy. I've been using Lightning Network since I got on Twitter. I started minting NFTs in November 2020 before NFTs had these huge run. And every cool king in the planet, and then Beeple came out and sold a $69 million NFT. Man, I was minting NFTs before that. So, man, I understand the technology of this space. I've used it. I've utilized it. So I feel like I could, like, I feel like I have a little bit of a firm grasp on what's going on here. Whoa, Retro Mike, what? Don't let the KAS fangirls hear this talk. Retro Mike, bro, well, what's going on, man? What's going on? All set miner, let's put those MTC NFT, put it on shorts. You want to see those? Do you want to see my NFTs? I could show you my NFTs. I love my NFTs. My NFTs are freaking awesome, and I'm not here to like toot my own collection, but sheesh, man. Like if I'm gonna be dead honest with you, the art is absolutely amazing. It like you could see like the art kind of evolve from like I like the art when I first started looked like young because I was young, and then like it evolved as time went on. These are the NFTs. Just really cool art, man. Like really sick art from all angles. Oh, I remember this collab. This was so awesome, man. This was my first NFT. There's 20 of these. Just so many great pieces of art. Like absolutely insane. And I just like, I can't believe how long it's been. But I do have a newer NFT. I'm minting one for my 20th birthday on OpenSea, not on Wax. But this is on the Wax blockchain. If you guys want to check that out, all you have to do is head over to missteencrypto.com, hit NFTs, and you'll be able to see some drops that aren't yet sold out and just like past ones that you guys could scoop over there on the markets. But really, like I said, really insane art, really cool stuff that you guys could check out. And some of them are used for the super chats. Like, I use different art here for like the little super chats, like the $1, $5 ones. Those are like the little Bitcoin dancing around. And there's a $21 gift that I have, an 84 one for Litecoin, and then one for 50. And then I have one that I used for 100, then 500. So like and the ones for the members, if you give out members, there's a different gift for that. So yeah, there's a ton of different gifts that I have that I use from my art for you guys on the stream, and even within the stickers. I really try to incorporate the art everywhere and try to use it for more than the NFTs. But again, it's just something that's so dope. So that's the art. Ownership of NFTs everything will be NFTs, I think, at some point. Most things. That's why I really love that I put this out, because again, like it wasn't about anything except putting out the art and just like, having a collection, you know what I mean? Richie said, we're in our UNVS office watching live from London. We're meant to be coding. Well, thank you for watching and looking at my NFTs. I appreciate that. Aru, big day today. What's going on, my friend? What's going on? Which exchange do you trust? Listen, man, I trust nobody but myself. So I live in New York too. So I don't really get to have an experience with a lot of these exchanges. The only exchanges I honestly have access to is Binance and Coinbase. So I don't really have many options. Oh, no, not Binance and Coinbase. Gemini and Coinbase. I don't have access to Binance US. Gemini and Coinbase. That's all I got here. So I don't really have many options, but I always make sure I buy my cryptocurrency and then I take it off of the exchange. Uzor, thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. Eric, hearts to you, my friend. Hearts to you. Mining with MTC segment when. Listen, man, I need to like get zesty. I need to start mining and stuff. I want to mine one day. I just don't know like how feasible it is. I gotta like actually do some like more research on that, but it would be really cool. What do I think of VV NFTs? I think I've been given some VV NFTs. I don't know if you could really take custody of them, though. I don't remember signing up for a wallet. I think that's the only thing that I thought of, like, why don't I have custody of this? So I don't know if that's changed cash in and cash out. It's been so long. I remember when VV NFTs first came out. I think someone gave me, like, some sort of comic book or something like that on VV. Ovalbor. MTC turning into one of us. Listen, I love miners. I think you guys are like the greatest people in the ecosystem because you're the reason why we're decentralized. You guys are the reason why we have a functioning ecosystem the way we do. So I love my miners. I love my miners. I love the nerds, top-notch nerds that I have the utmost respect for. I think miners are going to be looked at as like the Kangs. You know what I mean? The Kangs. But yeah, we love the miners. We love everybody in this chat. Thank you guys so much for coming, by the way. We have a lot of likes. Let's get to 200 likes if possible. Make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing the stream out with friends, being zesty individuals, because again, don't give in to the FUD. We're here because we love Bitcoin. We love cryptocurrency. We understand. I think we have to understand how this works. And if you look at the news cycles and all of the FUD that was coming out years ago about Bitcoin. Oh, what Bitcoin passed $100 and then they retraced. Oh my God, Bitcoin's dead. Please. You could go Google those. We know Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is amazing. We know it's resilient to where we don't need government entities to control us, to tell us we can or can't send our money somewhere. That they can't take it from us. We have something that we own, that we can send, receive, transact with. Be individuals. Bring back individualism. We have 3 inalienable rights: life, liberty, and property. We have the right to own Bitcoin, own our currency, own our wealth, take control of our wealth. We've been working our whole lives to accumulate fiat currency. And for that fiat currency's value to be diminished in only the past 3 years by over 50%, just because these centralized entities decided to hit the money printer that we didn't have a say in. And now we pay the consequences. Whereas Bitcoin, we know we're opting into a system that's decentralized, permissionless, trustless, where we know there's an inflation schedule every 4 years and a finite supply of 21 million Bitcoin, and we could actually be our own bank and cut out all of these intermediaries. Make sure if you have not, take your crypto off of the exchanges, get a wallet, write down those recovery phrases, and do not give them to anybody. Your keys, your crypto, period. Not your keys, not your crypto. Do not let somebody hold your hand. Be a strong individual. Keep calm. Hodl on. Stay zesty. Smash these likes. Comment after this is over and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the stream out with friends so we can educate everyone. So we can make sure that other people understand what's happening here and we can educate. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And as always, stay zesty. Peace.